Didn't mean to do that. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Didn't mean to hit live quite so soon. I needed a minute to get water and stuff. Come on, focus. There we go. So sorry about that. So let me just take my medicine and grab a little water. I hope everybody is having a good morning. I've been up since 4. And then I tried, actually like 3:54, 3:55, I think it was, and 3:49. I don't know. I was trying to remember myself when I attempted to lay back down in bed. And then, I really didn't want to get up that early. I lay there for an hour and I said, fuck that. And people started messaging me at the crack of dawn about camping, about sites. It's like, oh, good morning. Top of the day to you. My news that water all over the floor. So again, give me a second to take my morning medicine. Can you take aspirin and Tylenol together? Oh, I'm so sorry for yawning. I'm so sorry. So sorry. So sorry. I guess I'll hold off on the time. All right. Here I go. This is the day. Got my coffee. Good morning. Oh, I got a 5-month golden retriever a couple months ago. Can you take him to work? Oh my gosh, he's adorable. Do you take him to work? You got a 5-month golden retriever. Oh my God, Lucy. It's going to have a lot of fun with him. All right, so good morning. Okay, where the fuck do these shoestrings keep coming from? Oh, I saved that because that's actually my sweatshirt, my hoodie. Hopefully we don't lose connection today. Yesterday was a little crazy with that. And the weather's not even great today. They just canceled school. All right. So I honestly, talking about all this stuff, you know what's ironic? I had a gift card from Caden. I gave him cash. And my balance was $36.36. And I said that might be a message for you guys. So that's a message clearly for all of us and clearly for me. I hope it's a good message. I'm just calling myself out. That's what us readers do. We just call ourselves out. Boy or girl. Awesome. I'm so proud of you. I'm laughing. Her name is Pumpkin. That's hysterical. I love it. Gotta love when the 4 kids help name the dog too, right? Oh, sweet. She's a Scorpio. You guys are going to have an amazing bond. All right, he clearly isn't on YouTube. I don't want to wrap him up real quick. So you guys could be dealing with Scorpio energy. Could be a Libra too. Can't wait to meet her. Just adding one to the troop. All right. Let me shut this off. So let me go to 3636 because I didn't even know that was yesterday. Are you already looking for breakfast, dude? Okay. Mama get you some. Mama get you some. Ready? I know. Early bird catches the worm. That's you. That's you. Well, Mama, I don't like when they fall. I know. Good boy. Good boy. Up, up. You eat. You eat. Thank you. $36.36. Good morning. $36.36. The 3 and the 6 combination is the message that the Ascended Masters are helping you manifest the material items needed to enable your life out for your divine life purpose. Whatever it is that you needed will be presented to you in due course. The vibration of energy with the number 6 is about love and family, while the vibration of 3 has to do with personal creativity, communication, society. Use these attributes to your advantage. So that's a big message for all of us. I'm getting a good feeling. That song is coming in. So this was yesterday. What's today's date? The 14th? The 13th? So, to be honest with you, I don't quite remember all of this because I'm sure it will come back to me, but I do remember clarifying the High Priestess and getting the Eight of Wands. Wands, cups. How did my elephants get over here? I see skies are blue, and I think to myself, what a beautiful world. Maybe you're going on vacation. Maybe you view the world as beautiful. It's just a strong obstacle. I'll wear my ring for you guys because I was feeling that coming in yesterday. So we have the Queen of Pentacles, Eight of Pentacles, Ace of Swords, Three of Swords, Four of Wands, Nine of Wands, Page of Cups, Nine of Cups. The World, High Priestess, and the Eight of Wands for communication. So some type of messenger. It does have to do with feelings. I don't know if it's like going to be the best news. There is a congratulations here, so I like that as well. This is where I've said to you guys, if you want to zoom in. Good morning. It's almost like her children are exhausted. Eight of Pentacles. Like, do you deserve it? Do you want it? I was getting some kind of weird vibe off of that. Hopefully, it comes back to me. It's all coming back to me now. But I just figured you'll get the message that I needed today. And those that got it yesterday. Oh, yeah, Pablo came in. But I was just going to sing, and Carlos Santana. Here we go, music again. Ace of Swords, Three of Swords. Four of Wands, Nine of Wands. She looks awfully exhausted. That doesn't even look like anxiety. That looks just like depression. Page of Cups and Nine of Cups. And I do feel something magical here, like a wish or something coming true. But again, it's careful what you wish for, too. Type of vibes. Let me just get a little pillow for my back, and I'll go another round and see what comes in. Say a little prayer for you. You guys are getting a lot of music. I'm hearing Showtimes. Showtime? Not Showtime. Like, in the dressing room Showtime, not Showtime, the channel. So somebody could have been in the theater business, arts, entertainment. It's Showtime, radio, you name it. But there is stingy energy around you, guys. All right, let's see what else you want to tell us. Let's get about 5 more cards and then start clarifying some of this. King of Cups. And I have them by elements right now. You have the Fool. Sometimes Spirit just wants me to do it like that. See what's lacking. See what we have too much of. I mean, like I said, something over here just seems great. There's just, I don't know, 9 of Swords. Bad stress. It's like, could be feeling haunted. Nine of Wands, kind of like the Wounded Warrior, but I'm seeing more depression. But it's like, you got to get up and fight. But this is like, do I want it, what I want? But this isn't even like thinking like that. Because if there's any thought process, it would be that. I'm hearing internal thoughts, internal flame. What else? 2 of Swords. A lot of mental thoughts here, too. What do we got? 9 of Pentacles. 6 of Swords. There's not much my plant lights aren't on, so I have to angle these for me. I have found at the bottom of the deck, Ace of Pentacles. Can I have one more over here for fire, please? For fire. Ace of Cups. Justice. Yeah, stingy, manipulation, stalking, watching, not communicating well. 3 of Cups reverse, not going that well. Page, yeah. Okay. And I'm hearing like, how do I want to decipher this? So I don't know if it's like miscommunication or not sure how to interpretate a situation, because there's a lot of love, I'm assuming, in this situation with the 4 of Wands and 9 of Wands, but it's exhausting. Or you could be thinking about getting like a new animal or something, which would be like exciting, fills your heart. Could be a support pet. Tell me about this. What am I smelling right now? I'm smelling breakfast. I'm smelling oh, it's the bread. I forgot I had a little loaf of Italian bread here that was cadened with the bread bowl. Someone could be a baker, because that's all sealed. They shouldn't have gotten a big whiff like that, like somebody was baking breakfast, French toast or something. What's this Ace of Cups, please? The Lovers. Again, Temperance. It's not really telling me. Could be a reconciliation with the Star. Damn, 2 of Cups, Knight of Cups. What the actual fuck? Wow, hold on to your panties, ladies and gents. Hey, hey, jealousy. I'm not seeing jealousy, but that song's coming out. But it could just be when I look up. The world is definitely a congratulations. The High Priestess can be obviously intuitive, but I shouldn't say obviously in case it's newbies, but intuitively. Oh, see, I did this yesterday. I broke down the cards, and I remember saying, like, why am I breaking down the cards? Okay. I don't know if somebody's just learning. If you are learning, you have your own deck, you're interested in getting a deck, do it your way. I do it my way. Frank Sinatra. Do it your way. Don't worry about the books. You can get like a little bit of what the meaning is, but they always had me not bother with the books. And, because I even had one person say, like, with my second deck, like, you really shouldn't get this deck. It's for advanced tarot readers, but I was pulled to it, so I grabbed it. And I would never give anybody that advice. Whatever you're pulled to, go for. I have all sorts of different type of cards. I never used the book. There was only, I think, 2 decks. I got over 100 decks. There was only like 2 decks where I was like, "Ooh, interesting. I'm actually going to have to connect with the book." But otherwise, do it your way. I don't do the normal Celtic cross. Like, I don't. That's not me. I'm not just a tarot reader, guys. It's the thought process. I'm hearing linear. That's not the first time that the way somebody thinks has come into this read. Not just like, oh, over talking, overworked, no, not like that. Like the way you process words, hearing, communication, breakdowns, the way you absorb, perceive, put out. I got a good feeling, yeah. I don't know. Oh, I got a good feeling. Anybody know that song? Bruno Mars, maybe? I have no idea. Somebody could be coming in towards you, a new person. You might have to turn your back on another person, or you're kind of undecided. Because here it's like, when you wish upon a star, if only, right? But kind of imaginary. It's like looking at a fish. This one already has the cups, sees things, makes them happy. Again, this could be your thought process, somebody else's. But when we're going to get into thought process, when it comes to the Ace of Swords, 3 of Swords, 9 of Swords, 2 of Swords, not making decisions, anxious, feeling haunted or wounded. Yeah, see, we got that wounded warrior, but it's more like depression. Some people could say seasonal depression. It is a thing, but there's underlining things there. There's always something underlining if you have like a seasonal depression. That leads to that. But I do like an energy trying to get out of this and bypass it and learning from a situation, or hopefully learning before a situation, because that 6 goes to the 7. And again, like these 2 cards, when they came out, the High Priestess came out, and I had to clarify it because I just couldn't figure out what I was trying to say quite yet. And again, it's like an incoming message. You're just kind of doing your thing. Maybe it's about work. That's, hard work. But I'm hearing deadly. That could be something with the past life, when the plague, or Good morning could be a past life type thing here, but it is some type of incoming message. And you do have the Fool, so it could be risky. You could have to take a big risk here. Or, I definitely listen to your intuition, but it's like two-faced. And I know they have like different faces, but I saw it down here, like two different energies. Could be like falling in love, but you've already experienced it, and kind of like it makes you happy, but at the same time, past experience has not made you happy. But I'm blown away with what's underneath the deck. They're telling me to lay it out, but I don't know if I clarified after that. And then we have the Fool. I usually look at that as like a nice spiritual start to something. It's like I need light on these. It's driving me fucking bananas. This shit is bananas. B-A-N-A-N-A-S. Shit is bananas. Wow. You guys are getting and they're like going right towards you. You guys are getting a shit ton of music. So with the Lovers, it is here. You have Temperance, the Star, the Two of Cups, the Knight of Cups, but then you got the Devil. Could be, I didn't even see him. He just snuck in. It could be fear. Could be toxic, but there is judgment here that needs to be made. I was looking at that as the Eight of Pentacles this whole entire time. It's the Six of Pentacles. The Eight of Pentacles is right here. Did anybody else pick up on that yesterday? Because that seriously changes the whole dynamic for some reason. Because I feel like there's something stingy there, overworked. You have the confidence here. I always look at the High Priestess. Yeah, it's driving me nuts that I'm breaking them down like this. But I always look at the High Priestess as like someone who's fierce and confident and motivated and willing and able to do things. She stands strong in him or her and her morals, faith, beliefs. You could just be exhausted and like you might be getting a gift here or buying yourself a gift. I don't know if you've been married before and it's like it didn't work out with the Ace of Cups, but the Ace of Cups, the Lovers, Temperance with a reconciliation, the Star as if it's guided. Some of you, it might be in Aquarius, Gemini, Sag. Or a fire sign. It could be anybody. And I don't typically read major arcana as necessarily planets or zodiacs. It's more the meaning. But this star is kind of like pouring out that, like Temperance would do. So it's like when you wish upon a star, they say when the star comes out with the Nine of Cups, it's like a wish come true. But again, I remember saying, be careful what you wish for. This, I think this is a transit of, I'm hearing provision, but like providing for families, partners. Not to say it's not equal give and take, because it looks like it is. But I just, maybe it is that 4th house, 10th house energy that has been coming out ever since Cancer and Venus. That has not left us, guys. It's not left me, that's for sure. As a reader, it sure as fuck hasn't. It's almost like everybody skipped right over that and was like, next. And it's like, you know what, world? I'm gonna put it right back there for you to figure out. So, oh my gosh, all I keep smelling is this bread. And you know what? The last time something came in dealing with somebody that might be coming in as a baker or something, I got this, all I could smell was bread. So I don't know if you just love bread. I love bread. I want to go to frickin' France, just eat bread, wine, and cheese. I'm not going to lie. Two of Cups, Knight of Cups. So I don't know if it's too late to apologize or if that's just how somebody feels. Like it's too late to apologize. Good morning. My plant light should be coming on momentarily. Give it a little more light. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Yeah, see, I don't. A lot of music here. And again, backstage. Some of you, it's honestly a past life vibe that I'm getting with that Eight of Wands. So it could just be a past life person. Maybe they used to play in musicals. I'm not sure, but it's when you wish upon a star. Yeah, this is somebody's wish. So you must have, like, when you made wishes, like, oh, I just wish I can have like a normal fucking conversation or an adult relationship, or like the way you wished for something. But again, I have to say you need to be careful, because I remember wishing for something so bad because I wanted it so bad. And when I was talking to the person that kind of helped me acclimate to like spirituality, who I believe is a gatekeeper, and he comes in and out of my life. It's not the catalyst, not anything like that, but I've never had an experience like that either. So I know I was meant to be where I'm at now. But he also told me, like, careful what you wish for. This person can come back 5 years later and not be who you think they are or who you thought they were. And then it's like, then it could become karmic. But here comes your dream, right? Here comes your wish. So that's why I said, like, you need to be very careful. And it was never so clear from that day on for me to remember what he said, because it's so true. So especially like birthday wishes, things like that. I'm really particular. It's usually, good health, children, that type of stuff, etc. It's never, I want a new car. It was never anything I needed. But when I wanted to make a bargain, when I wanted to make a deal, it was very, very particular. It was almost like, what are you, my genie? But it's like speaking words into fruition, So you do have to be careful here. And that's why people wonder why they sit in this type of energy. It's because they manifest this type of energy. This is why one energy has not kind of got themselves up yet from a situation. But I feel like this is like also for some of you a lingering Three of Swords, or it's somebody else's thoughts that are like, well, if I communicate, I open up, I speak the truth, and why I made the decisions I made, yada, yada, the direction I went, I think this person has already hurt you, or they hurt, or you hurt them, vice versa, however that rolls. But to me, I'm kind of getting drama where she's like, oh, like I'm going to faint. I didn't even notice that until now. So this could just be a drama queen versus somebody actually on stage at like a play. But there is something with a past life for some of you guys with some type of like disease, or I know she's got kind of like the witch's hat, the pagan thing going on there, but like poor pagan. But it's not. That's more about like disease, or I don't even know if she's a real person right here, to be quite honest with you. This could also be incoming news. Somebody else is like, I I don't know, because now I'm seeing justice. I've been seeing justice. I've been waiting for justice or seeing justice come out on this board for probably 2 weeks now. Because this is justice. There is, like, a lot of the cards are too, and it's, especially with the Six of Pentacles, to me, that's the main minor arcana for justice. Like, the Nine of Pentacles to me is the minor arcana for, like, the Empress or the High Priestess. Legendary energy. There could be some Black America, Black history, Black, I don't know what they're trying to say here with this Ace of Cups. She's beautiful, but like traditions. This could be so many different traditions here. This could also be from another planet for all I know, but Black. I just said Scorpion, so there might be a Scorpio here. Somebody's moon could be Scorpio. Even though it's Pisces, Cancer. No, it's Scorpio. The Knight of Cups, Scorpio? Yeah. And I mentioned that something with October, a pumpkin. So again, there could be a new pet here, or some of you need a therapy pet, to be quite honest with you, and not in a bad way. Like somebody to like go home to or talk to. I mean, you're never alone, but some of you might actually need the physical hand, face recognition, touch. I don't know what they're trying to say. But there is a wish coming in. But this seems so like fantastical. I know that's not a word. Like fantastical, like no, fantasy meets like magical, or you never, like a fairy tale ending that we all want in our heads, however it plays out for you. I mean, getting married at a church or in your backyard, it doesn't, like, however that fantasy or that fairy tale works out for you, because this is a home, and this is a lot of love. It could be, not your first husband or wife, or if you haven't been married, you've had a long term, maybe with a couple different people, because there is, a lover here, and especially with the Two of Cups. This is saying twin flame all day if I actually wanted to read twin flames, but I'm not going to distort your brain. So somebody extremely special. And again, it could be work. It could be something about that's been hidden from you, but I don't think it's been a secret from you. You might not have heard the truth out of like that person's mouth, but it's not like you didn't know. And then it's like here, offering a cup. So to me, like it's either a new person or a person. And if it's a new person, it's a person from your past life, or it's definitely somebody you already know, especially with like the Lovers, the mature energy, the Two of Cups, to have that all at once, to have that feeling. I got a good feeling. Ooh, something. Anybody know that song? I got a good feeling. I just put that out like a fan. You definitely need, sounds like you're describing Salem and Jersey. Yeah. Definitely needed that. Yeah, I love animals. They're great. I feel like Peanut Butter came in as like a therapy pet for me, honestly. Especially after the accident and not really being mobile. I had to get up and clean every day, take care of him, give him a bath. He was a big part of my recovery. Not to mention I'm just Mama Bear, but there could be something significant there. I mean, even I'm seeing people with moths, like getting a couple of tanks and, raising moths. Beautiful, give them the life they deserve, and, I'm also getting like pinning them to like a book, odysseys. I like weird odysseys. My dad almost bought a live bat that was stuffed. We try to go to the oddity shows up here when they come around. I know there's one, I think, a few towns away from me, particular hours. But I was into the bat too. But I've had moths, actually, now that I think about it, die, and I've kept them on the table till they pretty much turned to freaking ash. And not in a morbid way. It just felt like I couldn't get rid of it. Like a mouse died in my house the other day, and I said a little prayer, say a little prayer for you, and I wrapped him up nicely in tissue. Gave him his own bag. The only reason why I didn't put him outside for other prey to eat is because I don't know how long he was sitting there. And not enough to like smell, but that doesn't matter. You could tell, like, I want to say if I look back and be like, oh, I could have sworn Kessie or Max was playing with, I think it was Max, playing with a mouse one night. And then when I got up, the way he was looking, and he's been very protective of that area for a few days. So it's definitely been in my house for a few days without stinking. So I didn't want the other animals to contract anything. I was more worried about, other animals getting sick. So there's a big thing with animals here. I don't know if it's a past life thing. I did mention that cat there too, but I didn't, but I almost thought I did. But that almost looks like a cat, like they're scared shitless and that's how they die. The mouse almost looked the same exact way, if I think about it. Maybe you guys should look around your house, make sure there's nothing dead, like even outside your house, like a dead bird, a dead mouse. I know it seems weird, and I want to say a couple days before I found the mouse, we were talking about mice. I was like, oh, you poor little buddy. And I just, tucked his little leggy in, his tail, shut his eyes, said a prayer, put him in the trash. Typically, I would have put it outside for prey, but again, I don't know how long it's been dead. So that's like people who a taxidermy, but people think it's morbid, but you don't. You know what I mean? So there could be some differences between you and somebody or a situation here, but like it would have to be like a really big issue for somebody, because this doesn't look like there should be an issue here in regards to it, but it is somebody who maybe is not as pet friendly as you. I always said if I met somebody and they weren't pet friendly, it wasn't my person. But again, you never know, because people change, and years to months into the relationship, they could be like, all right, let's get a dog. Oh my god, because they're seeing life differently. So there's a lot of like, be careful what you wish for. That whole scenario there, because I would be like, I would never want to be with somebody who didn't love animals. And then spirit's pulling me to, well, people change, and next thing you know, they can be more into animals than even you are, and your whole life is just consumed with nurturing animals. You could be having dreams of animals. Again, like it got scared. It's not even a sphinx. For a minute, I was like, oh, it's a sphinx. But that's like an animal that just dead, freezes, drops dead. or like a disease just made it crouch up and went, and that could be from a past life. So there is something here with probably with dreaming. That could be nightmares. It could just be like, how do I communicate this? And you have the Fool, and I always kind of want to clarify the Fool, but I think we're just going to leave it open-ended. But I do like you have the very last card here, and then you have the very first card as well. So like, congratulations. That's why I kept saying congratulations, because there's a cycle that is over for some of us. Not all of us. We're not all, some of us are riding a wagon with, a hunk of fur, a hunk of cheese, and others of us are, floating. I wouldn't say floating on cloud 9, but we're taking a different way down the river. That's for sure. And it may be somebody, I'm thinking down the river. I don't usually say that, but camping's been coming in. I love camping. Maybe somebody I meet doesn't, or maybe I meet somebody at camping, or maybe it's somebody from my past, or somebody already that has in my life. You know what I mean? So, Mingya. Whatever this is clearly fucking destined. Was already destined to go down or destined to meet. This could be your guides, like sending somebody in, somebody's grandmother. Man, Putana. Why the fuck would that come out? I promised myself I wouldn't get any more. Yeah, I bought another plant yesterday too. Go figure. It's the first time I saw eucalyptus. What's the definition of Putana? It's not even, I'm going to have to spell it. Oh, Putana is an interpreted for disease or a bird, symbolizing danger to an infant, or desire, respectively, as even symbolic as the Mad Mother. Hindu mother called Matakiyas is still, yeah. Putana, maybe I didn't spell it right, but in Italian, it's sun. I think maybe I was thinking of puta, Spanish for you know what, but I was hearing Putana. And if it's in English spelled a different way, it's for a fraternal nephew. What is the Italian slang for trashy? Yeah, I knew that one. So, someone here could be Italian, because Italian keeps coming up. And we were just talking about birds. Putana is interpreted as an infantile disease or bird, symbolizing danger to an infant or desire, respectively, and even can be symbolic as a bad mother. Okay. I kind of was getting that vibe over here with all the kids, and not a bad mother, but like not the greatest. But I really wanted to save that for another day. I didn't really want to bring that in, but now that I see it like that, it's different. But there is greed here. Like, I'm only going to give it to you if you do this, or you know what I mean. So it's just, there's something there in that I didn't even like yesterday about this situation, and then it switched up with the 9 of Pentacles. So this again, this could be like an infantile disease in the sense of past life, but you also have a bird delivering the message. And we were just talking about like peanut butter kind of coming in and being my savior. I mean, I had to put work into him. It kept me on my toes. I was hurting. or symbolizing danger to an infant or desire, respectively. I see that danger. I see that respectively, the desire here too. But again, like, I don't know if that's a good thing. Look how good this is. Like, somebody could be like trying to like do some type of Google magic, something fucking stupid. They think like they have powers. They don't. The IQ is like a box of fucking Captain Crunch, is what I'm hearing. So spirit really doesn't like somebody here. So that, like I said, that devil was a little bit of a warning too. And this could be danger to children. Shouldn't be around children. She's dangerous to children. Neglectful. So I want to look up why it says or bird. Oh, here's the sculpture. It's Hindu. It's not what I'm getting. So, what's the meaning of Putana for a bird? A desire for material gain. Putana is a feminine divinity that appears in myth and in sculpture. She's referred to as the nurse of Chasma. Described as a Vaki, female crane. It's also a name of a female demon who tried to kill her infant by giving him milk from a poisoned breast. And I felt all that negative energy yesterday. That's why I put on this ring, the evil eye ring, because I usually hang it on something. I'm like, fuck it, I'll put it on my finger. I got it from somebody a friend, my sister's friend. It was an old garage. Somebody had passed away a long time ago, and it was with a whole bunch of other stuff. But she was like into medieval stuff. She had some cool stuff. I have a whole bin of hers. And bugs with certificates. And this is real silver, and it's heavy as fuck. And that eye, you look at it, you look up close, it actually looks like an eye, almost like it's a deity, like we were just talking about, like the dead bat. Like, I really hope I don't have somebody's eyeball in my fucking ring right now, but if I do, I know the intentions were to send it the other way, return to sender type vibes. So works for me too. So somebody could just be really materialistic here as well. Who was Batana in previous life? Daughter of King Bali. So I don't know why it says to bird. And I don't know why this just got huge. Do you see that? Okay, so there's something here. It's clearly got to be an infantile disease or bird. Could be an infantile disease. And again, there's something here symbolizing danger to an infant or desire, respectively. But I don't think it's here. It's like this is somebody taking all these cards and putting some type of spell or something on you. Or it's just somebody's thought process, even if they don't know tarot and they're not spiritual. It could be somebody that, like, I wish that relationship fails, or she's never happy. I can't believe she did this to me. Like, you're just cursing. But I feel like somebody, I just saw somebody like tearing like not like a leaf, but like something like roots. Look at that, almost reminds me of roots right there. like that size. A tiny square, a little bigger than like a rice check and a little longer, and trying to tear it. So somebody is trying to do something to you guys. And to be honest with you, there could be a whole nother fucking realm wanting to destroy this realm. You gotta kind of be open minded here. But this haters have been coming out for months, if not longer, for a year, guys. Like, this cycle is over. Karma's gonna get the best of people. Like, what's done is done. Like, there's, you know, and there's 3 of Cups, and it's not even out here. But I was just saying to a friend on the phone the other day, like, for weeks I've been feeling that whole vibe of like reconciliation with like a friend or a lover. It's been coming out on the board, and we've been discussing certain things. And it's just like it's the same thing, and everyone thinks it'd be like, oh, maybe it's an ex. Well, in my case, now that I see it, it was more of a friend that I still love and adore. We're just not friends, you know. And it's tough because we spend a lot of time together. It's not really something I know how to forgive, you know. So this might be a situation like that too, where it's just, but again, but somebody's wishing you ill. As much as I liked that for a minute, like, somebody's like wishing you ill. And I said it on this one with the roots, so they could be pouring stuff in it. It's like that one too. So, yep, you could be spiritually attacked. That sucks when that happens. That's no fun. But this is like a big group, so it could even be Satanist. It could even, it, you know, people in this world now that are trying to do a massive spell on humanity, because that's what people do. This, not cults are just all about them and going to see this XYZ. Like, it goes in every direction. I'll be right back. I gotta pee. I gotta pee. I'm so sorry. I got sidetracked. He sent me a video of the puppy and the kids. That's like 50 minutes long. I was sitting there watching and even forgot I was on YouTube. So that's the first time I didn't have like a bathroom thought like that. And I don't know. That was strange. But when I was getting up, when I was coming out, peanut butter was on the floor. And when he flew up, it sounded like, when birds fly up, but when you're close enough, you can hear the feathers. And then he sounded exactly like a crow. Like I can't even explain it. I hope he does it again for you guys. He does have his TV list he has his own list that I put on for him. Hold on, I'm waking up the tortoises. He has his own list, and there is a story on there with crows and ravens that he watches intensely. So, and his little R2-D2 is getting much better. He's perfecting that. For those who don't know, I rescued Starling. No intentions on never having a bird again. Had a parrot, but he passed away. It's like having a child. Hey, I always wished I could have a monkey, right? So it's either wiping a monkey's ass and buying diapers or just picking up a little bit of poop here and there. I know. But he's going through like a juvenile stage right now and just shitting where the fuck he wants. Well, not wicked messy like that, guys, but like shitting on me where he shouldn't be. He doesn't shit on the floor, so I'm happy about that. Yeah, someone's shitting on somebody. Not super crazy about it, to be quite honest with you. So, I think somebody thought they were going to have a new start with something, and they get caught up with something in the world, and it comes to light, or somebody thought they were quick on their toes, or somebody thought they were a high priestess, or like I said, a witch or something. I'm hearing Gorg, like a Gorg. And there's that devil. The judgment. Tell me about this fool, because it doesn't look like this new start for whoever this group is. They're gonna get caught in another cycle. Queen of Wands. So it could be somebody who thinks, I just had cool, calm, and collective, but that's the Three of Pentacles. Could be a fire sign, but you got the Three of Cups here too. So again, there's that Three of Cups. I do think this is actually you guys in a new contract, and so therefore there's definitely going to be some jealousy. That's probably why I heard, hey, jealousy. So, I mean, it's okay to like oddities, but I do think somebody is being haunted. And someone's a drama queen, like, they just out to like hurt people. Whatever this group of whoever they think they are, it's I feel like it's one of those things like you could have had it, but you can't now because you abused it for too far and too long. When you cast negative things out to people, that is a spell. And then this group could have been doing a whole fucking seance, hundreds of thousands, a big group, undercover groups that we don't even know about, societies, things like that, doing, a huge seance on those who are ascending, because a lot of people don't, not just the Matrix, there's a lot of other planets that don't want Earth to ascend either. They don't want us in that part of that galaxy. So they have issues up there just like we have issues here. Just like not one group of extraterrestrials, try hundreds and thousands of other planets out there in our galaxy, to the point where they can't even fucking count anymore or even go that far out. It's like being in the ocean, like still never been to the very bottom of the ocean, that we don't have equipment that can do it. I wonder why. Who wrote the book of love? So somebody here is going to be in some really good feel-good energy entering a new contract, while somebody else is about to repeat the past because you just don't know better. So again, I do think this is a group that could have went the opposite way, or a person that you guys know, right? That didn't feel right. That makes sense. Oh, that makes sense. It was justice. Ooh, it's that one card I've been waiting for to come out. It came out briefly at the end of one of the reads. Ooh, another one. Death. All right. Like I said, someone's getting justice, and it's like somebody has to, and going through a beautiful transition, and somebody else is going to be sent back to wherever they came from. Because this isn't like mending the world. This is like individuals being greedy, needy, drama, causing problems, putting spells on you, putting spells on animals. Like it's just ridiculous, and it's extremely unfortunate. So yeah. And that is a crow. And I'm like that peanut, I was gonna say spirit, but peanut butter really did, like, he's like, when I go to the bathroom, he like walks on the floor now, because he used to walk on the floor when he was little and couldn't fly, but he prefers to be higher, not lower now, obviously. But so from like my foot up, he had to kind of go straight up into the air, and I kind of startled him, and he made the same exact noise a crow makes. But he can also mimic 20 something bird calls. He's quiet today, huh, guys? Good morning. Before I clarify, let me open the windows, because now there's some light to work with. Well, curtains, I should say. But would you like to see our new addition? I got eucalyptus. It's hard to find. For me, it's hard to find eucalyptus. It cleanses negative energy too, but it needs light. But if I remember, I will try to put it in our reads. See, you buy everything for a reason, and this one protects against dark energies. I think I screenshotted it real quick because I was like, maybe I didn't. No, I guess not. I'll do it right now. What type of eucalyptus was this? Shit. Oh, right here. It's in my search. It's the division of the underworld, earth, and heaven. And I basically just said that. With above, same as below. So it clears away negative energy. It's very purifying, considered the holy tree with indigenous people. And I had no idea the division of the underworld, earth, and heaven. It's funny because I have my mom's curtains over my closet instead of doors, and I never picked up on it, but it's eucalyptus this whole entire time. It was eucalyptus. So, and we were talking about plants yesterday, and I have no room. And I'm telling you, I swear, like this, I don't even see these at nurseries sometimes, and I'm at the nursery a lot. So, there is negative energy out there, but I think they're going to get a taste of their own medicine, to be quite honest with you. Let me see if I can just put it right there for now so you can have a little eucalyptus yourself. It is kind of taken away from some light, but that's okay. Yeah, it's hard to find there too. Yeah, it's the first time, and I was like, oh my God. I'm like, that's eucalyptus. Because a lot of people, you see it in fake trees, like in fake, sometimes you see it in flower bundles. Gotta make sure it doesn't get tangled. Because it gets easily tangled. But it needs full sun, and I'm like, oh man, I'll probably kill it. But it loves to be outside, so that'll be another outdoor plant. My plants are already like, take me outside. So a lot of growth. So I'm thinking like you guys, us, those who've really been, trying, there's a lot of growth, and my plants just flourished outside last summer. And everyone I know, don't take your plants outside. You know what I mean? Bugs and this and that. But I always just take off a couple inches of soil before I bring them back in the house. Because even in the condo, I have them on the porch. I got a good feeling. Anybody know what I'm singing? Yeah. I got a good feeling. Sometimes. Something. So there's still positivity here in regards to something. Lyrics, I got a good feeling. Flow Rider. Is it I get a good feeling? Let me play it in my ear. Yep, that's it. So clearly YouTube already picked up on that. So I'm just going to play it because it already got monetized. This just happened the other day too. I would have a hard time walking. I would want to go to bed as early as here's some good vibes for some of you with lyrics. Well, I love the trees. Feeling, yeah. Butter. Making phone calls and shit. Some music, Butter. Yes, I can. Definitely for running with this plan. Pull me, grab for the fucking day. Happy, I'll be the president one day. Jam me first, only like that gossip. Like you the one picking what gossip.com. Now I got a word for your tongue. How many songs you want? Yeah, I got a brand new spirit. Speaking of this dawn. Woke up on the side of the bed like I won. Fuck like the minimum check to that sun. Keep out till you went to Taiwan. Now who can say that? I wanna play back. Mama more than me doing a haystack. I gotta stand up and see the lyrics. I never even knew those were the lyrics right there. To be honest with you. Yeah, so see, there is good coming in, guys. Just might, like, the cycle's over, and it's like just starting, so it's like the energy has to flow first. Oh, I have to stand up. Okay. Let me sit. So yeah, it's kind of basically just saying, you know, you never gave in. You know, you stayed strong to like who you were. And that's hard to do. My lawyer didn't want me to talk about jack shit. I picked up that phone one day and I'm like, you know what? Nope. You're not shutting down my therapy, my friends, my tribe. It's fucking disgusting. And the other stuff that, you know, big parts of my life. So, not just tarot reader, guys, just because there's cards on the table. Those cards don't mean jack shit if you're not in tune with who you are. These stories won't mean anything. Kindly confirm so we can proceed. And this is what they sent. Let me scribble everything else for you. Because it was like the insurance company tried threatening me to scare me, not to, you know, they asked me not to talk about anything. And I was like, yep, that's not going to be a thing. That's not who I am. And I've said it to judges before too. It's not shutting me down, period. So basically, this was the law. This was the insurance company from the guy who hit me. And I'll just screenshot it so I can blow it up. And was like, well, I'm aware that she has these channels, Mystical Moments and New World Order, Dallas Method. And I was like, yeah, I'm not, there's no fucking way you're shutting my ass down. So for those who stood in their beliefs, whether it was hard or not, those who have really pushed through some really hard fucking shit. And I'm not talking just one aspect of your fucking life, guys. I'm talking about a complete transition. I mean, I have been, it's just brutal. Okay. It's brutal. And I'm just giving you a prime example. Like, I claim this, you know, and I don't do that with certain readings. There's very few and far in between that I claim. Good morning. You can call me in a little while. I hope you slept well. I'm just on YouTube. And I've dealt with, you know, people who don't like me, you know, back and forth. Restraining orders, just crazy stuff. Ever since the accident, the amount of doctors, it's disappointing. And the PTSD is really bad, and it's coming back. And I didn't even tell you guys, but now I mean, I have every single thing with PSD. They actually think I have severe PSD because it's the way it's coming in. Like, so physical therapy last week, I completely broke down, crying, couldn't breathe, because it brought me right back to all the physical therapy they had me do for 6 months when I complained about my hip the entire time, not my back, but my back was in a lot of pain too. So it just brought me back to all of that. Like, and even with the lawyer, sometimes when he, you know, hits me up and it's just like, I don't even want to like talk about it. Like, no amount of money is going to help, or like, my life has been altered and destroyed in my body and everything in my body. And then everything that's altered from the PTSD. And again, they kept saying I had it, and I was like, no, kind of like a denial thing, and want me to see a psychotherapist, guys, that specializes in it. And I was like, I really don't want to do that. And there's all sorts of medicines I didn't even know about that people use for PTSD. And again, New World Order. It's like with the brain. So when, the therapist was explaining, again, I explained the whole thing with the brain. And I said, okay, but from there it goes to there. So she explained it with PTSD and working it out. It's like you have all these fibers. It's like a dead, she was like, it's like a dead tree. And the axons message these, and, it shoots off different things. But all you're getting right now is a dead tree. So when you're treating PTSD, they look at it as like a tree in spring, because it's that serotonin, it's the dopamine, it's that type of stuff that regulates other stuff. And I really didn't want to do it because I know every doctor's appointment I go to, I end up crying at the end of the doctor's appointment. Or she pulled up something on screen the other day of PTSD too, and I'm like, nope, take it down. Like, I started crying. Like, it's almost like denial, because I'm too, like, my body is just beat up from that accident. I really thought I walked away from it. So it's very disappointing for the last year, between my back, my hips, and my knees, and my ankles, and fibromyalgia. And PTSD actually brings on fibromyalgia, stress, depression. When they're like, oh, you got to be depressed if you're talking about this, that. And I'm just like, well, yeah, probably, even though I really don't feel like I was. But a lot of it is like denial. So I know it still needs to be addressed, and I just kind of want to address it my way. And my way is clearly not working, because I still haven't come to grips with the accident. So this is what I'm saying, and then dealing with other stuff too. So we have some powerful stuff on the board. Like, some of you could have went through a death. Some of you could have went through, a health issue. Some of you could have went through a massive divorce or anything traumatic. And this is why this energy is coming in towards you, in the sense of, you're loved in all different directions. You have ascended masters, wanting you to fulfill your purpose. Even if that's just being a caregiver, it doesn't have to be like somebody famous in the public eye. I don't know how much times I have to stress that, because I think that's what people think. And for me, yeah, and I've said it before plenty of times, I do want a shit ton of fucking subscribers, because I want to get certain messages out. And that's for the other channel, not so much this one. This one's been dwindling for off and on, but tarot is my thing. It's my passion. It's us. So it's not going to go anywhere, So I'm talking significant alterations in the last year of somebody's life, possibly even longer than a year. And it's now you feel like, all right, yeah, I'm pushing through. And again, like, I chose to do hip surgery first, because it's linked to the back and the knees. It made the most sense to do hip surgery. So for those who don't know, it's been 3 weeks since I had my labrum repaired, and a fracture. It was a fracture in my fibia, I think. I don't know. So he had to shave that down because there was a fracture. It's from wearing the seatbelt. It's like the number one injury people get in car accidents without even realizing it. But now my back hurts more. My knee, I have to go get an MRI later, because my hip can't heal properly if my knee is not working. Like, there's certain muscles in my knee that she still doesn't feel, and she still has to tape up my knee. And my knee shouldn't be taped. So the hip had to be fixed, so I could still be looking at other surgeries. So I'm just at the point where it's like I don't fear going and getting the MRI, but it brings back the frustration, the pain, the agony. But it did shift my my life, and my brain physically altered from concussions. PTSD physically alters other chemicals in your brain to like not work. It fucks with your head that much. And some people say when you do the therapy, I was talking to a friend and she said somebody else did it and she said it was the best thing she ever did. She felt like something in her brain altered. So and I'm like, it's just, and the amount of medicines, guys. I was never on medicines before the accident. It's fucking wild. So this isn't just me, guys. Like this is what I'm talking about. Whatever you've been through in the last year and a half, 2 years tops, like even if this situation occurred 10 years ago, it's just one of those situations where 2024 was so much work. And it has to be for almost everybody because the earth is ascending. It has to be, so whether people admit it or not, there's still something like buried, and especially in these people who are trying to block this type of shit. You know what I mean? Because they think they have it all and they don't want you to have anything. Somebody jealous of you, maybe they act like you, they want to be like you. And again, it's like how I explained it the other day, people starting YouTube channels but then having like a double life and then shitting on other people on other platforms. And it's, you know what I mean? It's shit like that, guys. Like, no, you can't win that way. You will never win, ever. And for people who are true and authentic to themselves, if somebody is bringing karma your way, they're going to get it. Especially if you never had any ill intentions or, you just minded your business. Just like that song said with the lyrics in that last part we just watched. Like wanted to take me down, couldn't take me down. But they said something specific with my little things that you guys gave me yesterday. I get a good feeling. Did I do the lyrics? The most affordable 12 months. They weren't like trying to like take you down. It's like in the middle. I think it's one of these lines. Yeah, so it's like somebody who wanted to kind of like try to get in your head too, guys. It's just so got adrenaline, never giving in. Didn't get that one. Witness, I got a heart of 20 men. No fear, going to sleep in the lion's den. Let that flow, that spark, that crown. I'm looking at the king of the jungle now. Stronger than ever, can't hold me down. So whatever it is mentally, emotionally, physically, and bringing my personal life into this too, like, because that's not the only person, the lawyer's not the only person that wanted to like shut me down, and it's just extremely unfortunate situations that a lot of people experience in 2024. And if you don't see it, then in your own scenario, then you're not ascending. Because this world, again, is ascending. You can't escape this energy. So I'm proud of you guys. I'm proud of me, even though I feel like I don't have anything to be like proud of. And that's just where my head is right now, like you said, never know what people like struggle with. And it's just like, it's so hard hearing like, this is what you have, honey. Like, let's explain this and break this down. And it's traumatic. Everybody's trauma is different. And that came in, there was childhood trauma just on the board the other day. You know? So, and with the Putana, infantile disease. But I'm wondering if I should look it up in Hindu or medical condition that typically develops in infants, children under the year of 1. Their disease can be affected by various organs and systems, metabolic system, respiratory system, gastrointestinal system, nervous system, immune system, life-threatening. I mean, I have all those too. It's all fucked up. Spasms, cough, cyanosis. But this is more like leukemia, like big things. So I just don't know why they said like infantile, and then up here they said, you're welcome. Or, yeah. Putana is interpreted as the infantile disease or bird, symbolizing danger to an infant or desire, respectively. Ancient Indian medical text. So again, like someone here is not even a great mother. So I can't really tell what's happened. There's a lot going on. And for me to just bring up all that personal stuff too, like I don't have a problem talking about it, but I do. And when it all happened, like you all remember like what I've gone through, and it's like, it just feels like, here we go again. So it's beyond processing in my brain right now. So, but again, it's not coincidental that I got in the car accident after I studied the brain for 1.5 years, guys, working on the amygdala. So it's interesting that now this is kicking in, because I remember saying like this could possibly even help PTSD patients. And now once again, I'm in another position to experience what other people are experiencing, to really get it, to really nail this app that is coming out really fucking soon. Guarantee within 6 months. But I feel like I have to go through it so I can actually explain it, because I don't think I didn't really know. I had a clue on what PTSD was, but like how it alters your brain without you realizing it is baffling. You know, my doctor thinks there's a good chance that's how I got fibromyalgia, because it's triggered by PTSD. So it's just, congratulations is all I'm saying here for those who are ascending and whatever this is coming in, and what you went through and what you might still be going through. You know, like there's light at the end of the tunnel, if you want to use that phrase. For some of you, it could be a new best friend. It could be an animal. It could be an ex, something new, that it's going to be beautiful. It's a new contract, and that's been coming out for weeks too. And you're going to be in the Fool energy, the Queen of Wands. Your energy is going to shift, motivation's going to shift, things are going to start shifting. And I just heard within 3 weeks with that 3 of Pentacles, and it takes you on a different path. Yeah, I knew it was no joke too, Amy, but like I never, you know, I read about it, studying the brain and that type of stuff, but until you actually experience it and you have the doctor break it down to you, you know, it's wild. And I really don't think people know the extent of what it actually does. It's not you just necessarily trying to block things. It gets rattled. It messes with the nervous system. It messes with, your spine, your different parts of your brain, your eyes. Like, I'm telling you, like, it's so crazy. And I get startled very easily. And she's like, do you get startled? Like, if somebody comes up behind you, and I'm like, oh my God, it happens all the time. And it takes my breath away. My parents are always laughing. It's actually part of PTSD. And every time that happens, I just go back and do whatever I'm doing. Cause I'm like, oh, sorry. You just kind of crept up on me there. Like, not even intentionally. It's like you weren't there and then you were, it's like the car accident, watching the car coming right at me and then shutting my eyes knowing that it was going to hit me, So I watched it for at least 10 seconds. It had to be 20, 30 feet behind me. There's nothing I could do. So it's just things like that. Like, I had no idea about until she broke it down. She's like, let me at least break it down for you. And I was like, holy shit. It's like, yep, every single one. And I'm just like, so what type of PTSD? She's like, I don't know yet. You literally hit every target, Courtney. I'm sorry. I was like, well, you can't just fix it by, she's like, well, you got to, accept and do that. And I looked at it. I was like, I've already kind of accepted this. It's just, I don't want to talk about it. So that's the part that's like denial. I just don't want to talk about my body anymore. It's painful. Mentally, physically, constant pain. Even going to bed last night was brutal. And Oxy didn't even take that pain away. And that was my back. And now my knee's fucked up. I hope I don't need surgery. Because my hip won't heal properly. So I'm just hoping for the best here. And now I'm dealing with having to acknowledge the PTSD. But the way my friend broke it down to me, I'm like, well, that actually kind of sounds exciting. I want to feel my brain alter like that. So, but again, it's bringing up shit I don't want to talk about. I'm over it. But I'm not. So, but mentally, I feel like I can still function, deliver messages. I can still channel. I can still do all that and still create. So I should be thankful Spirit, allowed that process to happen, because what I have physically gone through, I've never experienced anything like this in my entire life when it comes to pain and aches and trauma and pain. And it's like one of those things I had to experience so I could relate to other people. And unfortunately, I find it fortunate when it's said and done, but some would say, unfortunately, like, you were just the catalyst. But that also tells me I'm going to be where they want me to be to fulfill my purpose with certain things here. And it's just what I had to go through. But I'll probably be very much appreciated at the end of the day, hopefully leaving a legacy. It's either going to happen in this lifetime or it happened in another lifetime, but it's this lifetime. It's already pulling me off mystical moments. So whoever went through massive interruptions, congratulations. It's only a matter of time. It could take a few months. You might start feeling better within like 3 weeks. But honestly, congratulations. Even if just like a breakup. I said, I hope you slept well with Mia. She's like, we did. And this wouldn't be like a breakup. If it's a long-term breakup, yeah, but that's like people sitting like you're dealing with people right now that their trauma, they're projecting their trauma onto you. Especially if it's like the big group of people who don't address their own trauma. Like, they talk about it, but again, like, don't address it. And again, I'm just finally at the stage where every time I'm at the damn doctors, which is hundreds of times, hundreds and hundreds, literally, guys, since this car accident, the amount of doctors is fucking wild. That's what I don't want to really talk about, in the sense of, I just want to get better. And that's it. Like, that's it. I just want to get better. I'm so over talking about my body. So again, that's probably why now I'm like, the way she broke it down and how I studied the brain and how we already figured out car accident happened for a reason. it's this, I have to experience it. And now I'm ready to be like, okay, let's do it. Let's open the fucking can of worms that I don't want to talk about anymore. Cause I feel like I'm still in the midst of healing. Why would I want to do that? But I'm also feeling pulled to do that. So that's another reason how I have confirmation to know how important that other channel is. Because I'll be able to reach people differently. And some people are like, oh, I feel like I have PTSD from that. No, that's just trauma. And others, it's PTSD that they don't even realize, but it's from childhood. It's everybody's trauma is different. But each time I get startled like that, it rattles my brain, my body, my nervous system, my immune system. It rattles everything is triggered that's not supposed to be triggered. And I can go just about doing the same thing I would always do, like cook or something, But actually it's damaging my cells. So I did choose to go on a very low dose and take something off my list and do a PTSD medicine. I chose to do it because I know I'm not going through this for no reason. And I needed something to shut down the other signals that I'm not aware of that's actually happening. Like each time I get startled, like, oh man, catch your breath and then you go back to doing what you're doing. That's destroying my cells. This medicine restores certain cells that have already been damaged. It can't obviously restore the dead ones, but it can restore a lot of them that are being damaged by the PTSD. Like that's how severe it is, everyone thinks it's just mental. But it tears apart your entire body. And they actually have a medicine that can stop that and repair your cells. I mean, that's pretty fucking brilliant. But again, eventually you got to get off, certain stuff, and depending on what you take. And then I know my app will help as well. It's like I'm just a trial dummy for spirit right now, but they appreciate it. They love me to death. And I already appreciate a lot of things because I know I'm going to have that life I want. I just know it. Why? Because I'll fucking create it. That's why. And again, guys, I was against meds. The only thing I took before that was after the divorce, and I tried Adderall because I had ADHD my whole entire life. And it actually worked for me. And I've stayed on 15 grams this entire time for years. 4 years. I don't need to go up. I only went up once in the 4 years or 5 years, whatever it was, because actually I think I've been on it longer than that. And sometimes some days I don't even take it. I know it's not good, but it's just, it is what it is. But it works. Other people abuse it. And the new medicine is also supposed to help me like concentrate too. But why I chose to do this one, and I had options, why I chose to do this one is because it restores nerves. And I've already done so much data on nerves in the brain. And look that looks like little, that's probably why I started telling my story, because that looks like little end nervings reawakening from our hair. So if I can restore these cells, and I know what I can do mentally with the other channel and restore other cells that get hit, it's a dead win for people. People can feel like, wow, they literally probably feel like they're a new person. That's why when, I was talking to my friend and she said, she literally felt like something shifted in her brain, and it's just the best thing she ever did. And she's not spiritual or anything. It's just the best experience she's ever had. So could you imagine having PTSD and then doing the psychotherapy and then come out of it like a new person, but not like, oh, I feel better, just talk to somebody like that. Or, you know, there's all different routes of this type of therapy. I don't know which route she took, but to come out feeling like you're not even yourself, and now you're just a better version of who you were and not even remembering, you know, still remembering stuff, but like dark times. So like when it comes up, you know, when PTSD comes up, even like if I'm in a car, I still look at the back window. So every time that happens, it's destroying nerve cells through my entire fucking body, guys. It's not just my brain. It's just not like mental illness, guys. Like it destroys your bodies, your cells, everything, the way they talk to themselves, communicate with each other. It's insane, guys. And I knew we could restore certain stuff. It's in my book. But what I do next does restore certain stuff, but it's not the same cells, so that's even better. It's like a double whammy. But every time I have a thought, whether ever I get scared or I don't think about it, but somebody says something, and because we store it somewhere else, like, oh yeah, been there, done that, you know. I just saw smoke come up. I didn't just hit my vape, and I'm not imagining that. What the fuck was that? I don't think I've ever experienced that, guys. I had to look at my vape to see if it was smoking. What was that, peanut butter? Wow. I just keep getting pulled to like the underworld or water, especially the way peanut butter came up. Is this plug like overheating? Like what? No, it doesn't smell like fire. I mean, that smoke was so clear, guys. It was like this. Like I'm like right at you. I gotta stop this vaping too, but I need to go on my video and take it back like a minute or something. I'm almost positive, guys, I did not.
I do apologize if you don't have a limited edition.
I didn't. I swear I didn't hit my vape.
They were out of stock, I chose to do it because I know I'm not going through this. It's a dead win for people. People can feel like, wow.
I wonder if you can see the smoke come up.
That's why when, I was talking to my friend and she said, she literally felt like something shifted in her brain and it's just the best thing she ever did. And she's not spiritual or anything. It's just the best experience she's ever had. So could you imagine having PTSD and then doing the psychotherapy and then come out of it like a new person, but not like, oh, I feel better, just talk to somebody like that. Or, there's all different routes of this type of therapy. I don't know which route she took, but to come out feeling like you're not even yourself, and now you're just a better version of who you were and not even remembering, still remembering stuff, but like
what's happening here?
So like when it comes up,
look at my ring reflecting like that.
When PTSD comes up, even like if I'm in a car, I still look at the back window. So every time that happens, it's destroying nerve cells through my entire fucking body, guys. It's not just my brain. It's just not like mental illness, guys. Like it destroys your bodies, your cells, everything, the way they talk to themselves, communicate with each other.
That was weird what just happened with my ring over there.
And I knew we could restore certain stuff.
It's still happening. It's just got to be the reflection.
But what I do next does restore certain stuff, but it's not the same cells, so that's even better.
Get off the video.
It's like a double whammy. But every time I have a thought, whether ever I get scared or I don't think about it, but somebody says something, and because we store it somewhere else, like, oh yeah, been there, done that, I just saw smoke come up. I didn't just hit my babe.
Yeah, I
I'm
didn't.
not imagining that.
Holy shit.
What the fuck was that?
So I don't smell fire. And it would be like a big puff of vape. It would be like the smoke coming out of like a volcano. Like it was thick and foggy. I don't know what that's trying to say to us. But I'm getting like Puff the Magic Dragon lives by the sea. I'm being told it's a good thing. What does it mean spiritually when you look down and you can see smoke in front of you, but there's no fire? It could be a looming danger, hidden issues, anxieties that are present but not fully manifested, signifying a potential for trouble. But you might be overlooking or just be aware, a warning to pay attention, subtle signs, threats, problems, inner turmoil, deception. Jesus. But Spirit's telling me this is a good thing. Can I have like the good version? The good version? Almost like tribal, maybe, is what I'm kind of vibing. Okay, seeing smoke without fire is positive light that often symbolizes a subtle positive energy shift and transformation happening around you, signifying a new beginning, spiritual growth, and enlightened intuition without the need of dramatic external events. Could be somebody guiding you, a sense of being on the right path, transformation without chaos, divine presence or guidance, inner wisdom, intuition, release of negativity. So maybe by me talking about all that stuff, I just released some energy, guys. And mine was white. It says color of smoke. White smoke is often associated with purity and positive energy, while other colors might have different interpretations depending on your personal beliefs. But where you see the smoke and what emotion you left while seeing it can provide further insight and meaning. So that's a good thing because that's kind of what we've been talking about, you know. And with that 36 in the beginning of the reading. And again, that it's like me being enlightened by how that woman broke it down. Like I was like, I gotta go see a psychiatrist. And then the psychiatrist is like, I know you don't want to see any more doctors, but I really think you need a psychotherapist. Like you like, because there's like 5 different types of PTSD, and it's like I have every single one of them. So it's almost like I'm a fucking trial. I'm a trial for doctors. What do we need to target, you know? And I'm just like, okay. And then I was crying at that too, because I'm like, leave it to me, you know, like the oddest things show up in my blood, or it's always like the oddest fucking things and rarities, you know. But, you know, educating myself and realizing that it actually eats at your body and your cells and can weaken your muscles. And I mean, I was just so enlightened. I didn't know it did that much damage to your entire body. Like physically attacks nerves, cells, DNA, you name it. It attacks it. You may think you're having like a normal day, but your body is being eaten alive, even if you're having a good day. That's not good. That's people die, they dwindle down, you know, they can't stand up again, things like that. It's really thick in here. Like really thick air right now. Could just be a presence of guidance. But I actually feel very crowded. Last night I was laying in bed the opposite way and I felt like someone behind me and I was like, I'm not looking. Just let it be. Well, that was a beautiful experience. It's almost like when we lived in the condos. It's almost like when we lived in the condos. That tower moment. Hi, good morning. Good morning.
I said I call you in the morning, or you should call me.
Yeah. Oh, in a little while, I'm still on YouTube.
That's your sister doesn't have school because I got canceled.
Yeah, Caden's got canceled too.
Dad's having work from 12 to 6:30, I think.
Yeah.
7:30, so I'll be here with her
Okay.
for a few hours.
Mm-hmm. That's nice of you. It's just raining. It's just raining here, so it's gonna be heavy fucking snow when it comes. All right, I'm just in the middle of YouTube. I don't want to lose my thought. I'll call you back soon. All right, love you.
You have to call back.
Yeah, but I like to have a conversation with you in the morning, so I'll call you back.
I'll be back.
Love you, bye. My throat feels thick. Hi, can you clear this energy for me? Feels like really stuffy. You have PTSD, you can relate, or diagnosed 12 years and have been active trying to get well, still not there. It's almost like getting worse. Yeah, then it's like then it's time to move on to a different type of PTSD. Oh my God. It's like I'm not swallowing the smoke. I can't taste it. But really, really stuffy. Really stuffy. I do think that stuffy feeling is like my guides being around me right now. But my throat, I don't know, it could just be like, pay attention to your throat. Hey Siri, What planets rule the throat?
Okay, I found this on the web for what planet rules the throat. Check it out.
Here in Jupiter, but I don't know. I don't think so. Aries is the head, face, teeth, tongue, hair, arteries, blood. Where are we? What transit are we in? What was this full moon just in? I don't even know. Capricorn? Oh, Leo. Leo, right? Whew. It is tricky for me in Leo season sometimes. Taurus, sinus, eyes, neck, throat, vocal cords, tonsils, thyroid. Ruler of the lungs, arms, Gemini, Cancer, breast, womb, lymphatic system, vagina, stomach, right eye. Leo, heart, circulation, blood pressure, spine, back, left eye. Virgo, ruler, digestive system, pancreas, small intestines. Does any of them just have mouth? Libra rules kidneys, bladder. Scorpio, genitals, prostate, colon, urethra, urinary tract, pelvic bone. Sag, ruler of the liver, sacrum, lumbar vertebrae, hips and thighs. Capricorn, tendons, knees, spleen, bones, teeth. Aquarius, ruler of your shins, calves, ankles, forearms, circulatory system. Pisces, ruler of the feet, pineal gland, pulmonary gland. Nothing just says mouth though, just teeth. But I'm thinking like gums, the top of your mouth. So Taurus rules the throat. You might want to get text. You might want to have a blood test for maybe like have a thyroid test. Just in case. Could be your tonsils, sinuses. So I do feel, again, stuffy. It's just the energy around me right now. Again, I'm hearing Puff the Magic Dragon. Pay attention to your throat, your mouth. Salt and water, even if you don't have kinkosaurs, just something like that. Just for like your mouth or your mouthwash, or try to keep your mouth as clean as you can. It's like, it sucks when I hear that stuff. It's like, oh, I vape, Is that a tower moment? What is that about? And it's not like throat chakra, guys. I don't think it's like throat chakra. I don't think Shannon oh yeah, I was looking for planets and it gave me teeth was a couple, but it gave me zodiacs instead. I didn't pick up on it then. But it's not like clear your throat chakra. That's not what this is. This is, I just heard Virgo. I forget what Virgo was. It just could be overall health here. But do pay attention. And I do think there's a new virus out there too. I'm telling you, I get feverish off and on, and I get a tickle in my throat. But by like the last month, but last 2 weeks have been very consistent. And the only way to clear it is to take a sip of water. I can't talk. I feel like I'm choking, like I don't have air. So pay attention to maybe your lungs too. I could have something and not even realize I have something right now, and I just think it's a tickle in my throat. But I do feel like a new virus. And it could be the one we were talking about. But now that I'm thinking, the star is talking to me, so it's got to be probably a guide too. Remember I told you, like, if you were in the park, or like your first sign of like a virus would be your throat. And my mom's been coughing more. And it's like, oh, call the doctor's, Mom. She's like, well, I really don't think I need to. And I said, but every time, and I was kind of rough on her, and I didn't mean to, like, if she interpreted that way, like, every time you go through this, you end up in the hospital because you didn't call sooner. But you know what? It's her body. It's her life. She still needs to come to terms with things. So being a cancer patient, not wanting to go to the doctors, and I get it. So even on our side, we got to be careful with our approach too, because we don't want her to feel bad. It's like inside, she's like, she knows she's dying. She has cancer. She doesn't want to hear bad news. It's a lot for somebody. So I completely get it. So I kind of wish I worded my words differently. Like, like to the point where I feel like I still have to like correct myself today. Like, I didn't mean to like hurt your feelings or anything. I just worry, because it's not good. And I feel like it's that day. And I'm telling you, it's like that day she went out when I told everybody to fucking stay in. My sister right off it was like a Sunday, the last week or the week before. She'd been coughing for like a week, something like that. And I was like, try to not go outside with a virus, like all this stuff. And she went fucking shopping. My sisters like came in and got the walker, and I said, careful, the energy out there is not so great. She's like, I already fucking feel it. Hopefully shopping relieves whatever this is. I'm like, oh, great. My mom should not be going out right now. But she also, needs to live her life too. And she can get out, let her get out, So pick and choose your own battles here, maybe. But, it could be something with my own lungs right now. And it's not even like a sickness, because like I'm still out of breath, guys. Like, I do the bike for my hip, 4 minutes, and I'm like out of breath. Like, as I did too much laying down, as much as I was out there in the gardening every day, but I was overdoing it every single day. Like, my body is weak. Everything has to play catch up. And then I was diagnosed with asthma on top of it. I guess you can get it any time of your life. And I'm just like, oh, well, let's just add that to the fucking list of things that's going on. Because I do feel like there's like a tickle in my throat, but like not enough to go to the doctors, but enough so I'm picking up on it. It's becoming obvious. Aries is the mouth. Thank you. But that's what I'm getting. So I don't know if this is saying, the virus is here this week. I mean, it's already here anyway, guys, but like, remember I thought it would start in the throat? Or that was at least your sign to be like, hey, get out of that situation, move away, so it could just be giving you that message again. If you're out and about the rest of February and you get that type of feeling in your throat, like you can't explain. And I remember saying that to you, like it's a feeling I cannot explain. I get a good feeling. Again, this feels like obvious. I don't know how to explain it. Like I had no symptoms and now I'm kind of like they're having me feel symptoms. Now I'm feeling it kind of like behind my ears. So it could be something with your lymph nodes. I think that was part of the whole plague. I'm hearing it takes my breath away, like a song, but it literally, I'm getting to the point where I am a little nervous about it, but I don't feel sick. So like that makes me worry. Like I have to call the pulmonary and I don't want to, but see, I felt like I was going to wheeze right there. And actually I heard myself wheeze the other day, but I don't feel sick. So that's a little scary. So I guess I'll be calling my doctor's office and see what they think. But again, I haven't been taking my inhaler either. But I'm not supposed to unless I have been doing a lot. Or I could just straight up have a virus right now. And I did wake up like in between my two front teeth. Now that I think about it, it feels like I have a tiny blister there, like I burnt it. And I've burnt it before, like if the joint or the blunt is low. Sometimes you can burn that part of your mouth. Or like inhaling the roach type thing. I don't know if that's ever happened to me, but like it's right at the top of my mouth. And here we were talking about the mouth, and I completely forgot. I even wanted to take a picture of it, but I don't even know if I can get inside there. So let's wrap this up. I am going to try to take a picture inside my mouth, though. No, it just looks like every other like little patch. I don't know. So be careful because you might have the virus and like got the plague. Everyone's you might literally have something going on here, and you don't even realize it. Because now I feel like even my throat gets thick. I don't know if you can hear it in my voice. Like now it feels like like it's closing or like mucus, but there's no mucus. And I did wheeze last night, and I just wheezed now. too. So that's not good. I should not be wheezing. All right, let's this Fool with the Three of Pentacles. That's like definitely moving forward, getting out of what you were in. Yellow, caution, eyes are watching, issue, not what it appears to be from the outside. And then you have sit, just rest, ponder, sadness, looking back, reminisce, sitting, and stubbornness. I think that might be the Fool energy. All right, I'm being told it's not us, but it's the Fool. So again, it's almost like that burnt out, depressed, but a little bit of caution. And that smoke, the first one that came up was, a warning of bad and negative. And I couldn't have bought that eucalyptus tree in this reading any fucking sooner. That's for sure. Reminiscing. Could be an old friend too. The old friend thing has been coming in for a couple weeks. So let's do the Queen of Wands, Three of Pentacles. Jealousy, the feeling of wanting what somebody else has, being angry at somebody, they're better off now, not wishing well, wandering eye. Yeah, so no, this is somebody who's still jealous of you, but that's you moving forward. So again, the Hammer's at the bottom of the deck. So again, it's whatever. It's you moving forward, and it's them, burnt out, sad, being stubborn, thinking, running away from issues. Eyes are watching. Got eyes are watching right here too, wandering eye. So, and again, with it being the Queen of Wands, somebody could be attracted to somebody else, but they're already in a marriage or a contract. But I know this new contract is for you guys, but it wants to mention the other people that are looking in. So tell me about this star. I really think is a guide for some of you guys, because I'm getting a lot of messages from that one particular card. Horse, high horse, dependable to own, faulty foundations, in need of work, workhorse, find outside, unstable inside, proud. So could be an Aquarius. Like somebody's on that high horse, It's like all those people on the high horse got to get knocked down. So this is even globally. Can I have one more for the global message? Dog, ability to devote yourself to a path, happy, loyal, faithful friend, devoted. I did mention animals came in huge right here. That's when all the animals came in. So some of you, a therapy pet would be really good. You're welcome. Like peanut butter for me would be a therapy. It's like my little therapy pet. Tell me about this Queen of Pentacles. Bicycle, progress, renewal, promising times ahead, transportation, movement, exercise. Tell me about the Six of Pentacles. Yeah, B is hard work in person, fertilization, staying life, sustaining growth, provider, fearlessness, seeking, respected. So you are transforming through something here, and you got home, shelter from the storm, a safe place to rest your head, recover, feeling at home, property, your domain. You do have that down here too as well. So this is a slow progression, but it's like a healthy it's a step-by-step transformation. And again, some of you, it's within this whole year and even before that, but it's just what you went through basically in 2024 with all the scenarios, in 2024 too, with this whole friend thing. It's like, I couldn't believe, and I said it in 2024, at my age, I could not believe that things like this are coming to me, where I have to explain to somebody what a fucking friend is, So, like I said, like 2024, all aspects of your life, guys, this might be bringing, you leave that alone. This might be bringing things to the surface for you to realize like what you've been through, but also like where you're going, like they got your back. You're not giving in, whatever's going on with you. This King of Cups, covering the cloak, saving for a rainy day, hidden or invisible, use caution, self-protection, curiosity, colder weather, elements. Could be seasonal depression here, but like you got the Tower, things crumbling, meant to build alone, back up with stability, high rising, upsetting events, unexpected happening, a Tower moment. Because somebody just wanted to be blind this whole time. So again, careful what you wish for, because somebody is not who you thought they were. And people need that type of wake-up call. But some people are not riding the next wave, I'll tell you that. And I don't even feel bad saying it, because we had to leave all these painful events behind us. We didn't have a choice, because we did what was best for us or our kids or certain situations, You handled it very well, very maturely, maybe. Like, it's almost like saying, like, look at all the growth in the experience. And I forgot about, like, that whole friendship thing too, and then you look at the past and things that you still think about here and there, or, and it's like, you got this. Like, you're already in the midst of it and still seeing your way out of it. So this is an amazing read. Tell me about the Two of Cups. And it gave you a lot of heads up on what's going on around you. But to me, you're pushing through. You got a sweet reward, treating yourself, something desirable, recreational, giving in, temptation. So that's nice. The wheel was at the bottom of the deck. Like, what goes around comes around too. So karma's getting the best of somebody too. Alligator, stealths with a big bite out of life, good fortune, dynamic, primal instincts, ancient wisdom, move quickly, but strike with great force. To me, they're saying that's very intense. But you're in a dynamic now where you're able to transition more than you think. All right, peanut butter. What's that? Yeah. All right, peanut butter. Let's give one message to my spirituals who deserve a congratulations and a great big giant pat on your back for what we've gone through. And I get it, guys. The pain is like, your body shouldn't experience things like that. Ages you, all that type of stuff, Could be finding new love too. And it could be in a dog. It could be in a person. Passion. Allow your passion to rise up. Sometimes we try to suppress our desires to fit social expectations or norms, but we can use this powerful force to thrive on a personal or professional matter. Our passion in life is immense because it comes from a place of love. This feeling is ultimate, and it's the most powerful energy we can emit. Be passionate about what it is you do, what it is you believe in. Do not carry out decisions based on fear, worry, or guilt or shame. This state of mind can only bring the same type of negative feeling right back to you. Choose the best version of yourself. Protect that passion and put it into the universe. And as a talisman, you can use this card when you need strength to strengthen your beliefs, elevate your thought frequency, and project your passion. This card can be combined with internal charisma and finding love to increase passion in your love life. Spend some time envisioning your ideals and goals and then go for it. So something is going to come towards us. passion. I got a good feeling. You got the hammer, relationships, friendships, connecting. You have fun, getting into the swing of things, being playful, kids, childhood, play. And you got red. Could be running away, red flag, sneaky bitch, hidden agenda, creator, secretive, down low. So again, heads up, because when your energy shifts, this energy also shifts into a higher vibration, but it's not a good vibration. It's not going to touch an authentic vibration. This only brings anger to somebody. And I guess what's meant to be is meant to be. And you get, again, another caution card, but like your reward, you know what I mean? So it's just the way shit goes in life. There's going to be family members that are even, jealous. That warning has been coming out for a couple months now. So Spirit is really like emphasizing. Did I just say that right? Didn't sound like I did. Reiterating? I don't say that word right either. That there is going to be something in 2025, but I think it's more of a challenge for somebody else than it is for you. I don't think my friends would be jealous of me, but, just think about it, or family, like big chunk of money, like winning the lottery, but I didn't win the lottery, guys. Swear to God, strike my kids dead. I didn't win the fucking lottery. I still have a lot of mental, physical, I got a lot of stuff to fucking work through. But there could be jealousy around that too, like, oh, my friend won the lottery, or, my sister without me even knowing, like, how does she just get everything? Or I don't think it would go down like that. I'm just giving you examples, like that shit happens, or somebody dies and inherits something, and it's like, why him? Why her? And yeah, money will help with certain things, but that it needs to be invested. It needs to be smart. It needs, it's not play money, and there's nothing about. And I honestly feel like even spending $1 of it is kind of like putting out not the greatest fucking energy until my mindset shifts, because it's attached to so much pain. And you wouldn't know what that is unless you've gone through what I've gone through. And I'm sure many of you experience this type of stuff. But it's not just anger. Like and I can fight through shit, guys. I am a strong ass fucking woman. And yeah, so just be careful, because there's just energy out there. And it could just be straight up jealousy matrix. Like, people just don't like you. Has nothing to do with money. Everyone always thinks it's like an ex, and it's not always the case. And others would be like, all right, well, you deserve that. And in reality, you deserve more, But I will find my way back. My head will find my way back to my passions and how to work things out. I don't have a choice, So for everybody that's kind of struggling, but you're being led, and let's make this clear. A lot of people are struggling and try to better their lives, but then you got people on the side hating other people, wishing them bad, or, shit talking. Like, no, you're not ascending. Nothing is going to work out in your favor. For those who are ascending and trying and struggling, and and even if you're doing really good, but it's like karma repaid in full, but it's not full. It's just a little bit of karma repaid, So I'm not going to be well off because of that. I'm going to be well off 10 years from now because of what I've created. And that's the truth. And I don't know if other people experience the same thing that I'm experiencing with even receiving that money. you know, I guess people wouldn't look at it like that. But I just feel like it doesn't make me happy. Because all this pain and suffering and constant pain, like literal physical pain, is damaging my body. It's going to take me a good year, if not longer, to be like back on track and just learning new things and, you know, post concussion, all that stuff. So, but I'm going to be there. I'm going to do it. I'm still young. I have no choice. I will conquer it. But having that meeting about that PTSD was more important than me just looking it up, because I had no idea it was attacking my body like that. I really thought it was just like a mental thing, you know. But it's attacking your cell, guys. I think for people who have PTSD, when we absorb that, it's like, holy shit. It's almost fearful in a way, without like being feared, but like it's almost fearful because there's nothing you can do, especially if you're having a good day and you just have a tiny trigger. All it takes is one little trigger, and it doesn't even have to make you sad. For the rest of, I think it's like for 48 hours, it triggers and sends off all these bells, and it's destroying and eating tissue and cells. It's crazy. And my whole idea too with Dallas method, it has a lot to do with restoring cells and creating new cells in certain parts of the sections in the brain and the spinal cord and the nerves. There is a couple things where we can regrow new cells. But I didn't know the PTSD medicine restores cells. So that's great. But, you know, like her, she said, I forget who it was, said she's been going through this for years and they haven't figured out. So it's like, all right, you got to try a different type of treatment now then, you know, a different psychotherapist or something. And I'm like, and the way people look at a psychotherapist, and some of this medicine is like schizophrenia, like bipolar. It's just not something I thought I would ever do or take, but I want to get off other medicines, and I got to do it the right way. But I also have to bring something in that's giving me like the same thing and start slowly. And she wanted to give me 5 milligrams. I'm like, let's just start at 2, because that's who I am. Like, I explained the whole Adderall situation too. I'm like, I don't, you know, the only thing I've ever experienced was like the volume. Like over time, I had to like up the volume. But everything else kind of, you know, steadies out. All right. Anyway, I love you guys, and I'll be back. Love you. Bye, guys. And congratulations, honestly. Bye.